I am your instructor for this training module, and today we will be learning how to create a Google form and converting the form into a quiz and assigning the quiz on your Google Classroom classes. So the first thing we need to do is open your Google Drive, and you can do this when you go to your email, and on the waffle you would click on the Drive portion. Okay, so once you're on the Drive, you would either create a new folder where you want your Google form to go, or you can also just have your form go to your My Drive and your quick access. In this case, I'll go ahead and create a folder by right-clicking my mouse, going to New Folder, and I'm going to name my folder Sample Folder, all caps, and I will click Create. Next thing I would do is open up my sample folder. Then I would click on New, and I would go to More, then I would select Google Forms. So once I'm on Google Forms, the first thing I would do, I am going to name my quiz. Okay, I'm going to name my quiz a sample quiz, and this will be for social studies. Okay, you can either add a description or not, that it's strictly up to you. In this case, I am not going to add a description just because I want you to know the basics on how to turn this form into a quiz first. The next thing we would do is add my first question to the quiz, okay, or to the form in this case. Let me add a sample question. My sample question would be, what comes after the number 1? Now, you can always make your question either short answer, multiple choice, a paragraph question, a checkbox questions, a drop down, linear scale, multiple choice grid, checkbox grid, date or time. Okay. The easiest way to turn your form into a quiz and have Google grade it is actually a multiple choice. So I am going to make all my questions multiple choice. Then you would add your answer choices. Okay, for option 1, I'm going to add 2. Then I would click on add option. For option 2, I'm going to add 3. Add option 4. Add option 5. Okay, and you keep doing this. To add another question, you have another set of menu options here. Okay, this allows you to add another question. This allows you to import a question from another program or software. This allows you to add a title and description of a question. This allows you to add an image to a question. This allows you to add a video to a question via YouTube. And this allows you to add a section to the question. Okay, in this case, I am only going to add a question. And my question number 2 can be, what comes after the letter B? Then I would put my answer choices. My answer choice can either be C, add an option, D, add an option, E, or if I want to add other, I can just select add other, and the word other would come up. Okay, so the next step would be to turn this form into a quiz. Before doing that, I want to show you a little trick. When you click on Untitled Form, it will automatically change to the title that you titled your quiz. Did you see that? Okay, then I would go to my option settings over here. These settings allow you to, number 1, you can change the theme of your quiz by either choosing an image on the background or by changing the theme color. I'm going to go ahead and change the theme color to orange, and the background color, I'll make it a light gray. All right. So then I would click on settings, This is where we're going to make our Google form a quiz. If you want to collect the email addresses of your students, you can do that. If you want to limit the responses to only one response, you can do that too. Okay. If you want your students to edit the quiz after they submit, you would click this option. And you can also see a summary chart or text responses of your students. Okay. The presentation options allows you to show a progress bar while they're taking the quiz. I'm going to click that. They can shuffle the order of the questions. You can click that. And I like this option, that way that prevents you from cheating. Okay. And you can also show a link to submit another response. All right. And I really like this part where you type a confirmation message so your students can see after they're done with your quiz. So I'm going to type up a message. I will say, thank you for working hard. Please don't forget to do your homework. Okay. The quizzes portion will actually let you turn your document in, or your Google form, into your quiz. So this option, I am going to turn it on right here, and I'll make it a quiz. Okay. Your quiz options are when to release the grade to their students. In my case, I'm going to immediately release the grade after they submit so that students can see the grade automatically. Or I can choose later after manual review if I want to review the quiz first and then they get their grade. Okay. This is the option for the respondents. They can see missed questions, they can see the correct answers to a quiz, or they can see the correct point values of each question. I don't like checking off correct answers because when they do take the quiz, then they can cheat and give the answers to fellow students. So I'm going to uncheck this one, but I'll leave the missed questions checked so I can at least know what questions they got wrong. After that, you would click Save. And now, once you turn your form into a quiz, you can select an answer key. Okay, so here I would go to my question. I would click on Answer Key. I would assign my question some points. In this case, I only have 2 questions, so I'm going to assign them 50 points each question. Okay, I would select my correct answer. What comes after the number 1? The answer is 2. Okay, and I would click Done. My next question would be what comes after the letter B. So I click on the question by clicking on the grid. I would select Answer Key, assign the point value, 50 points, and then select the correct answer. What comes after the letter B? The answer would be C. Then I would click Done. All I have to do next is just close my Google form because everything is automatically saved. Then I would go to my Google Classroom. I'm going to go to my sample class. This sample class was created in Module 1. I will go to Classwork, Create Quiz Assignment. I'm going to delete this blank quiz by clicking on the X. I'm going to add my quiz from my Google Drive. A lot of the times, your quiz should come up automatically on the Recent section here. But if you have to go to your folder, you would go to My Drive. You would select your folder, your sample folder, then click on your quiz, double click, and that would upload the quiz for the students. Okay. You would then add a title to your quiz. In this case, I will title it Sample Quiz. You can add instructions. Please take the following quiz and sit quietly when you are done. Then all I have to do is click on Assign. Okay. If you have more than one class, you would assign it to more than one class here where it says 4. Since I only have one class, I am not going to assign this because to multiple classes because I only have one class, so it won't give me that option. Okay, you can give them a total point value, set a due date, choose a topic. If you don't have a topic on your Google Classroom, you can always create one topic and name it quizzes. Okay, and I'll make it due tomorrow, Tuesday the 7th, I'm sorry. When you're done with your settings for your quiz, you would just click assign, and your quiz will be assigned to your students.